I hate Asians. I'm a hate for I hate Asians. We hate these. I don't Asian hate bill. I think Chinese stores should. I think Chinese women should brutally. I think Chinese babies should and use as alligator bait.
So if there is heinous crimes against Asians done by black people, most of the mainstream media won't pick it up because there is a unique kind of feeling or animosity towards Asians. Konbanwa minasan, kyo desu. So we're going to talk about a popular commentator and his racism against Asians. But before we get started, guys, just make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Disclaimer. When I talk about subjects like these, it's not for the Japanese or anyone for that matter to start disliking black Americans, or for any race of that matter whenever I talk about whatever subject. I just like to give objective realities about a situation, so this is no means a call to action or for you guys to have bitter feelings towards a group of people. I just think that these things are important to talk about, and I think that most people should be aware about what's going on in different parts of the world. With that out the way, let's continue. Charleston White is a very popular commentator about politics and culture. He's recently gotten a lot of exposure in the last year or so, going on different podcasts, different kinds of interviews, talking about a lot of subjects concerning race relations, black people, America, politics, so on and so forth. So he's kind of like an American YouTuber, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, social activist kind of guy. So recently he got into some beef with a Chinese rapper called China Mac, and apparently it escalated to the point where he made this video here.
I hate Asians. I'm a hate for I hate Asians. We hate these. I don't Asian hate bill. I hate Asians. I hate Johnny Dane. I don't eat Chinese food. Only time I ever wanted some Chinese I wouldn't dare. Yeah, Chinese. Yeah, I hate Chinese people. Yeah, I don't give I hate Chinese people, nigga. I think Chinese stores should. I think Chinese women should brutally by big dick, well-hung black men that hate Chinese women. I think Chinese babies should and use as alligator bait. I think Chinese babies should be and sodomized and used as alligator bait. China Mac.
So as you can see, some very, very terrible things he said, saying he hates Asians and he's wishing for Asian stores, predominantly Chinese, to be robbed, the women to be abused, and so on and so forth. Now, a few things I want to note here. How we look at Asians in the West, or specifically America, is different than how Asians are viewed in the East. In the East, Asians like to separate themselves from each other, meaning that they don't like being clumped in the same category. So Koreans like to be known as Koreans, Japanese known as Japanese, Chinese known as Chinese. But in America, we kind of put all Asians under one category. So whether you're Vietnamese or Chinese or from Thailand, whatever, you're considered Asian. And because in America, Chinese is probably the most prominent demographic of Asians, or the most popular, most Americans can't really tell the difference between different races of Asian people. So usually when you mention Chinese people, sometimes it's used as an umbrella term to consider all Asian people. Because again, most people cannot tell the difference between different Asian groups in America. And what I want to mention is that there is a large amount of black people who share the same sentiments with Charleston White. Maybe not to the degree of calling for certain things to happen to Asian people, but there is a large majority of blacks in the black community who do have the same kind of sentiments against Asians. A lot of people believe what he said was disgusting and horrible. A lot of people are demanding that he apologize and be exposed for his Asian racism. And I think mindsets like this is why there's such a divide between the Asian and the black community. Even before 2 years ago, I didn't know too much about the Asian community in America. It's not until actually last year where I learned that majority of hate crimes towards Asian are actually from black people. But because of the political climate in today's society, if you speak anything against black people, it's seen as a bad thing. However, if a white person commits a crime, it's all over the news because it's okay to start hating and bashing white people in American culture. So if there is heinous crimes against Asians done by black people, most of the mainstream media won't pick it up because it doesn't support the narrative that white people are the most evilest race on the face of the planet. However, I find with Asian communities in America, they tend to look out for each other. So if something is happening to their community, it's not too long until the whole community knows about it. And the big reason why I am highlighting Charleston White is that there is a common thought with a lot of black people that Asians are trying to be white people. Many blacks have a certain image of Asians, that Asians are people who worship white people. They love anything white. They love dating white men. They love dating white women. Is that Asians want to be white. And there's a common thought with black people that white people have taught Asians to not like black people. Because for a lot of leftists or woke people, they believe that white people are on the top of society and everyone worships the white man because the white man is like the best race in the world. And they're trying so hard to expose how evil white people are. And they believe certain groups love worshiping the white man, which involves Asians. So in America, because Asians haven't had the same historical problems that many whites and blacks have had in America, there is a unique kind of feeling or animosity towards Asians. And because a lot of blacks have a broken community in which we have very much a crab in the bucket mentality, because they don't desire that crab to be free. You have to be with us in the gutter. And this alludes to the bigger problems with the black community, that many blacks don't like to see their own succeed in life. Because you succeeding makes me look bad, so I'd rather we all be in the same filth together. Many Asian immigrants that come to America, they start off in a lot of poor areas. And because of the mentality of Japanese or Chinese or Korean people, they tend to be very business oriented or worried about education. So eventually you start seeing a lot of Asians start owning property on the block. There you see they're expanding their businesses. And a lot of blacks don't like that. Because again, a lot of us, if you come from a certain background, you're trained to not like successful people. And because of our social engineering, we've engineered things that are good to be part of white culture. Because a lot of Asian groups, including Japanese or Koreans or whatever, they desire success. They attribute that desire for success for trying to be white. Because we've made the stigma that being a self-driven person who speaks proper English is somehow a white feature. Then you get videos like this in which you see a black man who's blatantly anti-Asian. And honestly, even though there could be a subsect of Asians that do like white culture or like white people, I think if you talk to the majority of Asians, they don't really care much about what the white man is doing. But I do think it's sad that so many black people have that view of Asians, that they're just people who want to be white. So, you know, anything that tries to be like the white man must be evil. And then again, alluding to how Asians and blacks have different mindsets and different cultural values. Most of those values tend to clash, and most immigrants do not want their children or families associated with certain belief systems. But ultimately, I want to know what you guys think, so please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, 気をつけて。じゃあね。